All right, here we are for round two. We've lost the die roll, though our opponent has mulliganed. This is a fine hand. We actually even have Ward in the first tree on turn one, into Lion, into Brimaz. So it's actually an excellent hand. Very, very good curve going on right here. I just spilled it myself. All right, that's not a bad draw either. So Temple of Mystery seems to be the Yavimai. Okay, is this? I wonder if this is the Blue Devotion deck. Let's play 2 blue-green dual lands. So yes, looks like Blue Devotion to me. We're gonna attack and threaten him with a 3/3, but instead play an actual 3/3. Here comes Stratus Dancer. This deck seems sweet. I was definitely pretty impressed. It's like the mono blue with Collected Company, devotion, kind of sweet. And there's a Thassa. All right, Thassa is not particularly exciting right now, though Thassa can get exciting very quickly with like Shore Class or Elemental. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Brimaz here. We're just looking to, play as efficient a curve as we can. Our opponent looks like he mulliganed a second time. Now that I'm actually seeing his total cards in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on turn 3. Yeah, this is a mulligan of 5, unfortunately, for my opponent. What? All right, it flies. I had the brief moment where I was like, why in the world is he attacking into my Brimaz? Probably because Brimaz can't block. There's Short Crasher. Okay. Well, it's actually quite strong. We're actually in kind of a bind now because we certainly can't attack into Thassa. Short Crusher itself is, if we had a Dramoka's command, it would actually just be game here. We would just fight here, make him sacrifice this, and hit for 1,000,000, but we do not. I can morph a Den Protector, which can potentially bring back my Flooded Strand at least, to give me a little more mana, which is potentially relevant. But we are kind of just being threatened to get killed by this Thassa. So we may need to. It may be better for me to actually just play Seeker of the Way to possibly just like have a lifelink attacker. Like I could just attack with everything, and if he blocks here, and then I guess he just won't block with this. So yeah, I'm actually just in a rough spot here. I think I'm gonna morph Den Protector because I could possibly flip it up, get this back, and then play Seeker off of that, and just develop my board more. We really need just a way to deal with this guy, but what we're really looking for is just Dramoka's Command. Dramoka's Command is our best possible draw. And we don't have much time, too, because Thassa can just make things unblockable and close out the game very quickly. I guess it's all the more argument to just play. I mean, because he just unblockables Thassa here and attacks. Just unblockables both of those. I'm not going to attack him back for lethal. Maybe I did need to play Seeker that turn rather than playing this. And it looks like he's just stacking with that, which is way better for me than. Although now we may just Collected Company at the end of my turn. And we have our own Collected Company. All right, well we're gonna face up this, get back Flooded Strand. Cast this Seeker of the Way. This is. We're actually just dead, right? If we do this? We are just dead. Well, I don't really have an option. He just blockables these and kills me next turn. I'm dead on board. Mulligan at 5 is crushing me. All right, well, we're certainly dead to that. Yeah. We're dead. Just attack with all three of these. Unless he blocks with this, I die. Maybe he just won't see it somehow. How many flyers does this deck play? Yeah, we're dead. Probably should have just played that Seeker the turn before rather than playing the Den Protector. Yep. Not that I actually would have had anything to really play, but... Alright, defeated. So Valorous Stance seems bad here. I wonder how good Windstorm is. I'm actually going to look at the deck list. I'm opening up Star City right now. Look at the deck list from the top 8. Because I think Windstorm might actually be good. There's Stratus Dancer and Silumgar Sorcerer. I don't know if there's others, though. I think they need a little bit more than that, but Valorous Stance definitely has to come out because it's very bad in this matchup. This is certainly a matchup where I'd rather have... I would rather have Courser than Moonsatyr because I need to be able to buy a little time gaining some life, and my actual creatures, sort of lifelink tools aren't nearly as good. All right, we're looking this up. Played Stratus Dancer, played Hypnotic Siren, which has flying. Silumgar Sorcerer. Seems like it might just be a bad matchup in general, but I'm going to play a couple of Windstorms. They're definitely better than the Valor Stances, which literally can target nothing. No targets, not a single one. I mean, I guess you could try and kill Thassa, but that's not going to work. And we're going to be, I guess there's Wall of Frosts in the sideboard. Maybe I don't want to run into those, but anyway, I'm going to give this a shot. Try a couple of Windstorms against the 12 flyers, whatever, and see how we do. What we want in this matchup is just more fight effects. If we were trying to sort of build this deck to beat this matchup, I would definitely want to have access to like tests and tactics. Like if this deck becomes popular, I think that's one of your best options. That was one of the things that was this is pretty mediocre. I think I'm gonna keep it. I have Scryland, reasonable mix of creatures, but I don't think this is a particularly good hand. I think I want a Boonsatyr. Boonsatyr seems like it matches up pretty poorly against a lot of the creatures in the blue deck. If I was a Courser, I'd actually be happy with it. But all right, there's a Raptor. Raptor's good. We're really looking for Jamoka's Command. It's by far the best card. Deals with Thassa, deals with Encase in Ice, deals with Master of Waves. Alright. I'll trade. I guess I will take another Raptor. I'm not super excited about it, but it's better than a random card. Like right now I'm actually just kind of putting pressure on getting an additional Raptor if he does. Like, okay, he's definitely going to Collective Company here, I imagine. Yep, there's a Collected Company. I like the fact that this deck is literally just 32 creatures and 4 Collected Companies. It's pretty hilarious to me. I also like the Sidisi's Faithful in the sideboard. That's kind of cool. Jeez, Frostwalker. It's going to take out Brimaz. That's kind of a dick move, don't you think? All right. Well, I'm just gonna play this and this. I really want the what's the Megamorph Disenchant guy. He'd be really good in this matchup. Alright, well, we're just going to attack the Raptors, and I bet he is going to, once again, Collected Company. Oh, he's trading with a Raptor. Oh, that does that. I wasn't even thinking about that. Huh. Jeez, that's really annoying. That guy is super obnoxious. First I've actually played against it. Looks like I can hit really hard too. You megamorph him, and then I guess you don't really megamorph him easily. What you got for me? Collected Company. Okay. Nothing good this time. Attack with everything because I drew boons. Did he really just hit nothing? What? Like 30 creatures in your deck, even if you did separate in a bunch of spells. Alright, well, we're going to bestow it on one of these guys because this is lethal. And it actually even with just prowess, yeah, okay. Even with just prowess, we actually killed that guy. Well, that went well. So yeah, sideboard wise, I don't think I want to change anything. I'm just gonna stick with the same plan. Don't really have all that many great options to experiment with here anyway. So let's give it a go. His hand is real bad. We will mulligan. 6 land and 1 creature. I guess our last hand was 5 land, 2 creatures, but alright, well, we may learn if Windstorm's any good. I guess I'll keep it since it actually gives me a curve. I'm not happy about it, but my last hand, it wasn't, the boon setter was just weak because it didn't actually even do anything. Curve-wise here, it's actually giving me something to do on 3, which I otherwise wouldn't have. Well, we drew something to do on 3. I certainly don't just want to sit back and have both of us play land. I think that because the blue deck has I think we got how big? 5/2. Jeez, so we're double blocked. Yeah, that's the reason. Master of Waves is just so much more powerful than anything in my deck. Oh man, it's even an elemental. So I can just trade here because I get a 1/1 that blocks, which I think I'm just gonna do. I mean, Brimaz is obviously good, but I want to get his devotion down, and obviously this guy. I think this guy's just more powerful too. So I could double. What could he have? Is there any sort of thing he could have that he could like untap? And I don't think so. I think I'm just blocking and trading here. Whatever. I'll let him choose. If there is somehow some way he can give this guy +1, like attack, or I guess I mean yeah, he can obviously give +1 attack, but like +1/+1. I don't want to just block with both of these. Whoa, he killed the guy I wanted him to kill. That's interesting. It's very interesting. I wonder if he did that because he thought that I was blocking like that because I wanted him to kill Brimaz. Do I want to say go? I think I do. And just collected company. I don't want to attack and just have my guy die to 2 elementals. That's pretty weak. If I do at least like get to Boon Satyr him. Just give me another master or something. Oh god. Alright, well, I could die at any moment. Thankfully his short collector's gone, so it's not actually active. So he still has Silumgar Sorcerer up, potentially. So thankfully I collected company is not a creature. And I actually haven't played a green creature yet either, so he could have like something like Encase and Ice in his hand. Okay. Oh, and Wall of Frost. Alright. Doesn't work very well against Brimaz. Boon Satyr, Boon Satyr. I guess I'll take Boon Satyr Seeker. Here is definitely, you know, Boon Satyr is way worse than a Courser would be, because you know, Courser would be gaining me a little bit of life. It would be giving me, you know, a window to draw, you know, through lands and everything, extra selection with fetches. But here, you know, Boon Satyr is just kind of dopey, and you know, it's an additional one in my hand. If I had a Den Protector, it would be great, but I don't. And I'm in like a, you know, standoff that isn't really stat based. Like if I attack into this, he just, you know, he's just able to block with any of my creatures with Thassa, so it doesn't even do anything. I'm gonna say go, I guess. I mean, like, yeah, there's no real upside to attacking, so go it is. This Windstorm is not looking great. If I did have like Setessan Tactics, it would be incredible. We just wipe out all this stuff, and he'd be dead. It's not making anything unblockable. I think I'm actually just going to bestow Boon Satyr on Seeker here to gain a ton of life. I'll gain 7 life. I don't see Boon Satyr being particularly valuable elsewhere. I wish it didn't have to block the same thing. I wish I had to choose what it blocked. It'd be a lot sweeter here for sure. The reason I'm doing this way is because, like, this game can very easily come down to, like, a race between his unblockability of Thassa and, me being able to really do anything. Here, like, I can actually, like, now I can attack him. And, like, he can block with his Wall of Frost and potentially try and freeze something. Oh wait, right, he can untap. Oh my god, I'm dumb. I've been thinking about Hero's Follower. Oh god, I'm dumb. I hit him for 11 here? Alright. Don't want to block anything. What is this? Oh, I'm dead. Okay, well, yeah, we are demolished. I didn't even... There were several things that went horribly wrong there. One, just literally just blanking the on-the-board trick with the Hero's Follower, and two, yeah, Aether's Bouts obviously just demolished me there. This seems like a really rough matchup for a deck like this. And I mean, like, this is actually kind of... It feels kind of similar to playing green-white against Blue Devotion, like back when those two were, like, decks in the like M14, M13, when there's, like, Blue Devotion was a really popular and powerful deck, and there the key to beating the mono Blue Devotion deck was set test and tactics, was having the fight effects, because they don't really have the ability, if you can interact with their creatures, they don't really have great ways to actually get back in the game. Like, if I was able to, like, if Windstorm was to test and tactics and I just killed these guys, it's like suddenly he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything that matters. Or, he could even be like kill literally his entire board. But, ultimately here we just didn't really have the tools to actually interact with him in any meaningful way, and kind of played like an idiot at this point. But I think the game was kind of decided here. Like, unless I drew Dromoka's Command in the next, like, turn or two, I was just gonna get killed. So yeah, I'm a little I didn't draw any Dromoka's Commands in any of these games. So it's certainly a card that is very, very powerful in the matchup. The fact that it does everything that you want, kills their creatures and kills Thassa. Both of those are obviously hugely important and powerful things. So I don't know that this is the matchup is necessarily bad. But Windstorm certainly wasn't good, and if I did have access to like a bit more ways to actually interact with Thassa and Master, I mean, even just interacting with their guys, any of their guys, so you can turn off their devotion for Thassa is a really big deal. So anyway, I think it's a pretty cool deck, and I'm happy to have to see it floating around now, and it's definitely something that should be on people's radars, and they should be keeping in mind that they want to have some way to beat. So anyway, let's go on to the next match.